Dave Campbell's Texas Football Instant Reactions at the 2020 Texas High School Football State Championship games at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. We have crowned our first champion of 2020. It is the Sterling City Eagles, who win their first ever state championship with an emphatic 68-22 Mercy Rule win over the May Tigers. I'm joined by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Six-Man Football Insider from sixmanfootball.com. And, of course, the man who called the game, Granger Huntress. Granger, we both picked Sterling City, but is it fair to say that that's not the game that we expected to see?
Yeah, congratulations to Sterling City, Coach Cisco and everybody, Cross Connecticut, the whole team. That was a team effort, and we did expect them to win. They were the favorite, but it wasn't the game we expected. They'd played to a 4-point game earlier in the season. The biggest thing is the two injuries to Salinas and Bustamante for May that really hampered their both sides of the ball. Both of those guys are starters on both sides of the ball. They were going to need them at their best, and it just wasn't to be.
Well, and that, obviously one of the big things, big aspects in this game is the man who ended up being the offensive MVP, and that's Cross Connecticut, who put on a show. We're used to seeing real spotlight performances special performances from individuals at the six-man level on the big stage, but Cross Connecticut has certainly etched his name among that list. That was an impressive showing.
Yeah, 11 carries, 249 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's just rushing. He added some more receiving. I think Craig, when we were off air, said it best. 249 yards, and he didn't even touch the ball in the second half.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. And then, of course, I think we would also be remiss, you mentioned May had a couple of major injuries. Caden Hawk took the first play back for a touchdown for May. But from there, the Sterling City defense really did tighten up. And I think that's may fly under the radar is Chance Ferguson and that Sterling City defense. It's really been the calling card for them all year. They came through in a big way. Yeah,
they did. I thought the defense I knew the defense for Sterling City would be good. They have so much more depth. They rotate a lot of guys in there. Connecticut doesn't have to play defense. They can rest guys. They move guys around, and you saw that there. They played a lot of people on defense, and they all stepped up. They were all really good. Flip side was in the beginning they were a little loosey-goosey. They didn't quite figure it out. They lost Hawk a couple times, and they were able to throw to him even. So it took a while, but they made the adjustments, and they really did play stellar defense down the stretch.
And Sterling City brings their first ever title back to the Concho Valley with their 68-22 win. And I think, I think it's worth really, really recognizing that coaching staff there at Sterling City. Trey Cisco has been a guy who's done a fantastic job for a long time in the six-man community. And I know that folks are going to be pretty fired up, pretty happy for Trey Cisco to get that ring.
Yeah. And, Ty Keith, also on that staff, just a good team that's been there, been to the playoffs, gone, but never gotten over that hump. And this year they really worked on their schedule, really knew they had a strong senior team to get that experience to make that round. They're showing the game here on the screens again for me as that teams are running out on the field. So it's kind of exciting. That it really was a great win for Trey Cisco and his team.
The Eagles of Sterling City are taking that state championship trophy back to Sterling County for the first time in program history. Granger, appreciate your time as always, my friend. And you're done. I mean, normally you only got to do one game, which is odd because the 1A Division II game got postponed. So it's an early day.
It's bittersweet. I'll tell you that much. We all would like to have seen Balmorhea, Richland Springs play today, and so you can't get too excited about getting home early. Or fighting traffic on the way back to Austin. But it is one of those strange things. There was so much buildup for this game and the two games. I mean, both, but it wasn't to be for May. Be remiss if we did not comment on Hayden King, defensive player for May. Unbelievable player and great career, and I just. That was he was just giving it his all every time going in that game. So yeah, I've mixed emotions, with this. Hopefully we get that Richland Springs Balmorhea game played. Who knows where or when just yet, but we'll see.
We will see, but six-man football has crowned the first champion of 2020, and it is the Sterling City Eagles. We'll have complete coverage for you all the rest of the way at texasfootball.com.